excited for today. My name's Morgan, if you didn't already know. Now, let me tell you something. I have tried to film this intro a good 5 times. I just talk and talk and talk and mess with my hair and look at myself in the viewfinder. I'm new at this, so hang in there with me. I asked you guys to send me some questions on Instagram. I posted a picture and said, any questions you have can leave in the comments or send me emails. So we are going to do, this is gonna be part 1. I had to break it up into 2, and I thought what we could do was do like a, part 1 would be emails and then part 2 will be from Instagram. I received well over 100 emails. I think more people emailed because they wanted to stay anonymous. So that being said, any emails that you guys have sent me will be completely anonymous. I will never share your name, your email, or whatever. Obviously I will know it, but just so you know, have that peace of mind, I'm not gonna go sharing your information all up in here. Here I go again with a super, super long intro. God, I talk so much. Oh my gosh. Anyway, matter of the, that doesn't matter? Moral of the story? Let's get to the point. 20,000 followers on Instagram. Crazy. I can't even believe it. I cannot even believe, well actually now it's like almost 25,000. What? You guys are so awesome, and I have been sharing my journey with you guys, my weight loss journey, my journey to body positivity and self-acceptance, all along the way dealing with depression, anxiety, binge eating disorder, premature ovarian failure, PCOS, and you guys have been there the whole time with me, and I can't even thank you enough. I'm so excited to have this YouTube channel to be able to interact even more with you guys on a more personal level. I plan on doing videos like what I eat in a day and stuff like that, just to keep me accountable. So far I've lost 94 pounds. My highest weight was 286. My current weight is 192 as of today. I've still got like 50 pounds that I want to lose, but I'm so excited to be doing this with you guys, and I swear I don't think that I would have gotten to the point I am now without the inspiration that I received from you guys. And now hearing back from you that I'm able to do the same for you and inspire you to embark on your next chapter, on your next journey, for you to transform yourself, whether that be through weight loss or just better yourself in any way that you possibly can or you desire to, that is just everything to me, and I'm so excited. So, like I said, this is part 1 of the Q&A. If you would like to ask a question, you haven't had the opportunity yet, you can leave your question down in the comments of this video, and I'll also on part 2, or maybe we'll do a part 3. I don't know, this could be long. This is obviously gonna be a long video. I mean, it's like a 10-minute intro, but oh, lordy. Okay, so let's get into it with emails, part 1. Here we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ah! Oh my god. What is my life right now? I'm trying to figure out this light. Brush that hair, girl. Brush that hair, girl. Okay, so I have my phone here and I've got my email open. I'm not sure how I'm going to sort through these or which ones I'm gonna get to. Hopefully I can get to as many as possible, or at least the most relevant ones. So, a lot of people ask about weight loss surgery. If you don't know, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy done August 17th, 2015. I turned 18 in June, and basically the day I turned 18, I submitted to insurance to have weight loss surgery. The first time I brought it up was to my mom when I was 10 years old. I asked her if she would take me to Mexico, Tijuana, where we could find a doctor that might operate on me at my age. You know, of course she said no way in hell, but she encouraged me to try other options, and so for 8 years I did Weight Watchers, I did Lindora, God, I did every Arbonne, I did, you know, just clean eating, like Whole30 type thing, but not Whole30, don't quote me on that. My sister's hardcore Whole30, and geez, she's like a Nazi with that stuff, man. But anyway, I've done everything under the sun. I had done. And I was always bigger. I have premature ovarian failure and PCOS, so I have a lot of hormone imbalances, and I had many, how do I want to say, medical traumas, I guess, that just led to me gaining a whole bunch of weight to the point where I blew up to almost 300 pounds. Another question I get asked a lot is how tall am I? I'm 5'5", pretty much exactly 5'5", yeah. So I had weight loss surgery August 17th. I think I'm 7 months out or something like that. Best decision I've ever made for myself. For anyone who thinks it's the easy way out, let me tell you, friends, I've done, you know, just hitting the gym every single day. I have done low calorie, low fat, like high protein. I've done it all. Weight Watchers, I've done it. And having weight loss surgery and going through this experience has been the single hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. That being said, it's the most rewarding experience I have ever had, and I seriously cannot even imagine even looking back considering not doing it. I'm so happy with my decision. So that was a long answer, but yes, I had weight loss surgery. Okay, so the subject for this one is warning, long essay right here. You guys are awesome, seriously. You send like your whole story and I just like, I read it and I cry and I laugh and I just love it. When you were going through the process for weight loss surgery, did your doctor ever mention RNY? That's the bypass. It's more commonly talked about, I think, outside of the weight loss surgery community. My doctor did not consider the bypass for me just because I guess I was a better candidate for the VSG. It's less invasive and stuff, and I wasn't diabetic or anything. If you're diabetic or you have other conditions, then definitely consult with your doctor about that. But no, we didn't consider it for myself. Oh, I love this one. Okay, first of all, you are the best, so bless you. Bless you too, honey child. She says, my name is Jenna, I'm 17, a senior in high school. What are some tips you can give on how to love yourself? I suffer from mild depression and I've been struggling with how I perceive my physical appearance for a while now. Any advice would really help, thank you. I'm so glad you're starting a YouTube channel. You're absolutely gorgeous. Take care, gal. Thank you so much, Jenna. I love this question because this is body positivity and self-acceptance are something that I really want to, you know, now that I have a bit of a following, that's something that I really want to emphasize is accepting yourself at whatever form that you are in right now, regardless of if you want to change or not. It is so okay to love and accept the way that you are right now and still want to change. One of the things that I'm most proud of in my life is that I did not start changing myself because I hated myself. I started it because I loved myself. I did it with myself, not to myself, if that makes any sense at all. I've said that before and I don't know if that even makes sense in other people's heads, but trying to diet or lose weight or transform your body or your habits or things like that because you hate yourself is very, I think, just kind of anticlimactic. I think that it will never end in success, really, like true success, true lifelong change. So Jenna didn't mention anything about wanting to change herself, and I think that that's that's different than what most of these emails I'm getting, and I think that it's so important to emphasize that. So she says that what can she do to love herself, to accept herself? I used to hate myself too. Everything about myself at one point it got to. And what I started to do was, I don't know if this is the healthiest way of doing it, to be honest, but I'll tell you what I did. What I did was I started to act or pretend like I was confident, like I thought that I was beautiful, like I was happy, or like I wasn't, you know, silently dying on the inside and so anxious and felt like my head was gonna explode and felt like everyone was looking at me when I walked into a room and not for a good reason. Pretend that I didn't feel completely out of control of my life. And to be honest, I that's what I did for well over a year, was I pretended. And you know, so it was exhausting because I would go to school or work or whatever, and it was exhausting trying to be something that I wasn't. However, it taught me, it's almost like I spoke it into reality or acted it into, I just went through the process. Like, I don't know how to say it, you guys. Anyone that you would have talked to would tell you that I was the most confident person that they knew. However, I was not truly confident. I was like, oh, like I put up a face, tough girl, like, no, you can't faze me. I would joke about myself, self-deprecation, you guys. I would joke about myself, my body, my voice, everything about me. I would joke about myself so that I could put myself down before other people did, because I was horrified of that. The number one thing that helped me was telling myself, literally just pounding it into my own head, even though I didn't believe it. You love yourself, you love yourself, you love yourself. Do this because you love yourself. Don't do this because you hate yourself. And it literally, I just got tired of hating myself one day. I didn't have the energy anymore to put up this act. I just didn't have it in me anymore. It sucked the life out of me, and I decided that, listen, you're not living, you're existing, and see, this is like hard for me to, this is something that really hits close to home, and I have a hard time like finding words, kind of. The best advice I can give you would be to, no matter, even if you don't believe it, and I know you wouldn't have sent me that email if you did believe it, but you're amazing, you are beautiful, you have so much potential. But I encourage you to just tell yourself every day, I love myself because of this, I love myself because of that. I can't change this or that about myself, so I'm gonna choose to accept it. Maybe I don't like it. For example, I don't like my arms, okay? You see how they're so loose, the skin and loose fat from losing the weight. This used to be just packed full. Now it hangs over like when I'm wearing this dress, and it looks weird. It jiggles all around. And I don't like that about myself. I work on improving it every single day. But I choose, I'm not gonna, come on this camera and not wear this dress because of it. I'm not gonna cover up in a cardigan or a jacket like I did every single day in elementary, middle, and high school because I hated my arms. I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy to hate myself, if that makes any sense. No, I don't like them, but I'm not gonna let that control my life. I'm gonna work to improve them the best I can, and when I can no longer improve them, it's okay, because I'm not gonna get to a point of, oh, well, I can't improve anymore, I guess I'll never love myself. No, I did it at the beginning. I accept it now, I can improve it. Regardless though, I'm gonna be okay with it. They're my arms, they've been through so much, and you can see that. Okay, this is a really long email, but I'm gonna summarize it. I'll read the beginning. Hi Morgan, I commented on your Instagram a few days ago asking about binge eating, and I just wanted to thank you for addressing it in your Snapchat too. I'm dealing with that as well currently, and I think it's really important to discuss these things because they are largely not only ignored but stigmatized as well. If you're able to do a video about it at some point, I would just be curious to learn tips you have for recovery and maybe a little bit about your background and history with it. And then she proceeded to tell me kind of her experience and her background, which I really appreciate, and I got back to her in an email. So binge eating disorder is something that is so close to my heart. I am a binge eater. I consider myself to be in recovery. However, I believe that I will be in recovery for the rest of my life. It's scary because it's not recognized by like society or a lot of people. Binge eating is just now kind of coming to be recognized as an eating disorder. And one thing that I'll share is that I had no idea, I didn't know it was an eating disorder either. And when I found out that, when it was validated to me that this is an actual disorder, you're not the only one doing this, you're not a pig, you are not just eating too much, it's not a matter of just control yourself and stop eating. It's not a matter of that. This is something that people deal with daily, and it's not just you. That was such a profound moment in my recovery, just being validated that, hey, you're not alone. As far as my experience with binge eating goes, I would say I haven't always been a binge eater. I've always been overweight, but my binge eating really became a problem, like I would say when I turned 17, after experiencing a couple medical traumas that I also get a lot of questions about. I get a lot of questions about my medical history and dealing with premature ovarian failure, and what is premature ovarian failure? How'd you get it? And you know, my answer is, well, ovarian torsion. What's ovarian torsion? Tell us about this. So I will make a video dedicated completely to explaining that. But basically it was triggered by feeling completely out of control of not only my body, but my life in general, inwardly and outwardly. And binging was almost I black out when I binge, and I just go completely numb. One thing that I discovered through a lot of counseling was, you know, at first I thought that I binged as a coping mechanism, and I still believe that. However, when I dug deeper, I realized that yes, I was using it as a coping mechanism, and I was also using it as a punishment. I was punishing my body and myself. I knew I would feel bad when I binged, and I know what I'm doing when I binge. I'm aware that I'm gonna be sick, and I'm aware that, you know, it's not good for my body and it's gonna hurt and be painful. It got to a scary place, but one point that I do want to make is that I believe that my experience is kind of like a testament to the fact that binge eating is not just eating too much. I had 80% of my stomach removed, okay? My stomach is so small. I physically cannot eat a lot anymore. I can't. I physically can't. But I still binge. And I know that's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. I did a Snapchat story about it the other day because last week I binged. I binged last week, and it is exhausting still. But my stomach is so small, yet what I consider to be a binge is different. You know, I'm not eating the same amount of food. It's not the amount of food. It's just different. It's a lot deeper. And until you take the time to understand it, or unless you've experienced it yourself, I think that people need to be careful about giving their opinion on it. Long answer again. Here's some more lighthearted questions. This one's from Camila. She put 4 questions. So first one is, you're beautiful, seriously. Thank you, Camila. 2, how tall are you? I think I answered that already, but I'm 5'5". Where do you live? Your snap by the ocean was amazing. Thank you. I live in Southern California, in a city called Ventura, and it's by the beach. It's a little beach town, about like an hour north of Los Angeles. So I love where I live. So, and then number 4 is, what do you want to major in? So my major was initially going to be child development. However, I switched it to liberal studies. What I want to be is a kindergarten teacher, special education teacher. So I have a big place in my heart for kids with special needs. I've worked with them in the past, and since high school I knew that that was my passion, so I want to be a teacher. And I am a makeup artist too. I know that people are like, wait, but you don't want to do makeup? I love makeup. I do it as a passion, kind of, just as a hobby. And right now, as I'm going to school, it's good money. But so I'd love to, you know, always have makeup on the side, do weddings on weekends and stuff like that. It's just a passion for me. Okay, these questions are from Brianna. She has, I think, 4 or 5 here, so I'll go ahead and answer these because they're pretty common ones. What do you eat on a daily basis, and do you count calories? Well, okay, no. Right now, I don't count calories or macros, really, like specifically. I love MyFitnessPal. When I was first starting my journey, I tracked every single thing that I ate, every calorie, every gram of protein, fat, carb, everything. And it was super helpful. And whenever I'm trying to like crack down and recommit and stuff like that, I will go back to using MyFitnessPal and track. Well, I use it to track my weight every day, but as far as tracking what I eat, I love that app. So MyFitnessPal. My username on there is, I think, MorganLosing, if you want to add me. Yeah. So anyway, right now I have a good idea of how many calories and grams. I don't go by calorie, honestly. Calories I don't really consider them. I know that's odd for some people, but my main goal is to hit my protein goal for the day, which is at least, it's 80 grams is what I like to get, and have my carb intake be less than that. And I'm really sensitive to grams of fat, so I try to stay away from any high fat content foods. And then my water. Water is so important. So just between getting all of that in is like, that's really what I keep track of. So I guess the answer is no, I don't track any of this stuff. But I recommend doing it if you're starting out, because you'll learn your body, and you'll learn kind of just knowing what it needs and what you have and everything like that. What do I eat on a daily basis? Let's see. So in the morning, every single morning I have my protein coffee. I mix a pre-made Premier protein vanilla shake that has 30 grams of protein with I get this cold brew coffee concentrate from Target of all places. It's the brand Chameleon, and I like the caramel flavored one. So I mix that, and I have posts about it on Instagram if you want to go look and like see the packaging and everything. But so I have that every single morning. And then for a snack, actually I was just about to have this. It's literally sitting on this chair along with my hairbrush, my phone, and me. My Power Crunch bars. So I'll have like protein bars and stuff like that. So I like these Power Crunch. I like Think Thin. Oh, I like the Cliff bar. What are those called? They're new ones. I forget. Builder. Yeah, they have 20 grams of protein. They're pretty good, actually. I really like fruit. Fruit is something that a lot of bariatric patients cut out of their diet. That's just something that I couldn't do. I love fruit so much, and vegetables and fresh foods. So I try to have a balanced diet with that. So I guess, I don't know, I have my protein shake in the morning, and from there I eat a lot of the same things that, you know, you would eat, just smaller portions. I love Sharky's Wood Fire Mexican Grill. You probably know that if you watch my Snapchats. Although I think that's like a local thing for me, I'm not sure. But I love Mexican food, so I'll go and I'll get a burrito, and that burrito will last me, you know, a good 3 meals, but I eat the burrito. I'll get a turkey sandwich or a wrap. So while I do have to think about and consider everything that goes into my body after having weight loss surgery, and just being mindful and wanting to lose weight. You don't have to have weight loss surgery to be, you know, have goals, and you do, you know, take the actions to achieve them. But yeah, I don't know, I would say I have a pretty normal diet. Go on my Instagram and you can see some of the stuff that I eat. I have a lot of posts on that. Do you work out? So, pre-surgery, I worked out 5 days a week with a personal trainer. I was super into it. And then I got into Pilates, which, you guys, Pilates, oh my God. It's changed my life completely. I love Pilates so much. It's absolutely by far my favorite form of exercise there is. So I love Pilates, and then I transitioned from working out 5 days a week to doing Pilates and working out. So like 5 days a week. Then that kind of trickled off, and I had to take a break because I was recovering from my surgery. And since I had surgery, I haven't gotten back into a routine that I'm proud of. Currently at the moment, and I would say for the past month to 2 months, I don't work out at all. I know that's so bad. Not proud of that, but this week I'm getting back in the gym and I'm really excited. If you have any tips, I don't know, I'm so intimidated by the gym, like, yeah, you know, but that's next on my list. I'm gonna recommit, y'all. If you want to do it with me, comment down below. We can do this together, seriously. What ways can I control my binge eating disorder? Okay, so first of all, if you have access to therapy, I strongly suggest finding a counselor. If you can find one that specializes in eating disorders, that would be so awesome. I've gone through years and years of therapy. Didn't start out for my eating disorder, but you know, when that came about, it was something that I could deal with, and talking to someone and getting to the root of the problem, what triggered you to start binge eating, is just identifying that in itself is a huge part of starting your recovery. I know I've tried so many things, like for the oral fixation, like chewing gum, brushing my teeth when I feel like I'm gonna binge. I would track my mood, feeling, and like the times that I would binge per day, just tracking your binges and like how you felt afterwards, how you felt during, if you felt anything during, and yeah, what was the other thing I did? Oh, a water bottle, with, you know, those Camelback water bottles with the chewy, like gummy, little, what do you call it? Mouthpiece sucker thing. I carried that around with me, and one thing that I still always do is I have some sort of tumbler water bottle thing with me, and it's like my safety blanket. Like, I walk around all the time, whether it has protein in it or coffee or Crystal Light, whatever. I strongly recommend therapy for it, and just talking through and not avoiding it. The biggest thing that one psychiatrist that I had, biggest thing he taught me, he was a character. He would say, he had this accent, and so he would say, no avoidance. Basically not avoiding your problem and just facing them head on. And I know that that's a really hard thing to do at times, but if you at least attempt to and you fail, at least you tried. And if you continue to try and try and try, I promise you'll get to the point where one day you actually can deal with it. Just the desire to change, whether it be with an eating disorder, wanting to lose weight, wanting to improve in any way, the desire is your best friend. That's your fuel. And when you want to do it, when you really have that desire to change, that is when you will be successful. You will fail too. That's the thing, is I fail like weekly, hell, daily. I do not have a perfect diet. I still binge. I still have a hard time too in all these areas. But the biggest thing that I can tell you is you need to get back up more times than you fall down. And that is success. That's success. You're not gonna be 100% perfect all of the time, but getting back up when you're not, well, first of all, that defines character. And that is where you'll see growth. So yeah. Lastly, what lipsticks do you use? As a makeup artist, I try out a lot of different products and brands, and whether it's, you know, high-end luxury makeup to drugstore. Love me some drugstore makeup, y'all, don't get me wrong. I need to like readjust here. Just trying to get comfortable. Okay. I think what you were talking about, the lipsticks that I use, I get questions. This is one of my most asked questions, is when I wear it. I should have been wearing it for this video, but the color is by Stila. It's their liquid lipstick in the shade Patina. And I swear, I get so many people asking me what I'm wearing when I wear that lip. I really like Stila liquid lipsticks. And I like the Sephora brand lip cream lip stain. I like their red one, although the formula varies by shade, I find. I really love the red one. I should do a post on Instagram just about like all the lips I use. This lippy, my like tried and true lip combo is my Lancome Natural Mauve lip liner. God, that thing is a godsend. I just love it so much. It's so expensive though that God, but I totally can justify it. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, and then Blankety lipstick by MAC on top of that. And on top of that, I have my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. NYX Butter Glosses, best lip gloss formula on the market in my opinion. So love that. I love liquid lipsticks. So that concludes part 1 of this Q&A. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. If you're coming from Instagram, put your comment on this video, your Instagram username, so I can go over and follow you and give you some Insta love, and we can all be on this beautiful journey of life together. So if you have any questions, like I said, or video ideas, give me some video ideas, you guys. Okay, anyway, thank you for should I think of like an outro? No, yeah, no. I guess I'll just say bye. Anyway, thank you so much for all your questions. If I didn't get to yours, I'm sorry. I will respond to you in email. I'm working on getting responses back to everyone. If you have any more questions, like I said, leave them in the comments. My email is the best way probably to reach me. It's morganlosing@gmail.com. I read all of those for sure. Thank you for tuning in for my first YouTube video. I love you guys so much. Seriously, I can't even express it. I'll never be able to express. I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a wrap. Okay, anyway.